Alrighty, guys. So we are today is our Tuesday training call. It is October the 10th, and October is definitely well underway. I am super excited. Like, we ended September fairly well with so many new people. That's what excites me, because that's that many more people that can understand this Scentsy thing is thebomb.com and can understand that they can definitely get what they want out of this business. So in way of announcements, I will say we have a new Scentsy buddy, and the elephant is so freaking cute. If y'all have not seen it, I think her name's Eliza the elephant, I believe, something like that. I just know she is a she, because I said he, and then I was like, oh crap, it's a she. So that bring back my bar voting period is definitely underway. So if you are someone that wants a specific fragrance to come back, make sure you're voting and get your customers involved, because that's something fun other than just trying to sell to your customers that you can get them involved in. So make sure that you're telling them about that. Let's see. We are into our third month of the incentive period. So make sure that if you're trying to shoot for that goal, that you're keeping track, that you're reaching out to your sponsor, to your directors. If you need any help with that, to try to earn that trip. What else? Lucy, can you think of anything else in the way of announcements?
No, ma'am, you covered it all so far on me.
What? Your package from Scentsy has been delivered. I don't even have a package coming. What is that? Okay, sorry, side note. That popped up on my notifications. Oh, so FYI, let me just say this really quick, and I know it's in our new consultant roadmap, but let me just tell y'all this, because I've been a consultant for 6.5 years, and I had done that a while back and made an account, and I never went and downloaded the app. So go download the app if you don't already have it. And this is not just for your Scentsy, but for any UPS package. Can y'all see that? I don't know if you can see that right there. No, it's the UPS app. So you just sign up and you can put your email, put your address, and like it starts tracking all your packages. It's going to send you notifications when it's going to schedule to be delivered, even though you can go in and you can see that on your Scentsy site, right? I mean, on your Scentsy workstation. But I like this because literally sometimes it gives me more than what Scentsy's will. And I can choose to have notifications turned on where it's going to automatically tell me, like it just literally told me your package has been delivered. So I'm about to go outside and see what was delivered. So make sure that that's just a little side note, because I just literally downloaded the app a while ago because I ordered a new camera and I'm super excited about when that's coming. That's why I did that. So today we are going to be talking about income producing activities. So I have a few written down that I'm going to talk about. However, I'm not going to go first. But rewind really quick. So this month already, we're talking about October. Lucy, you ready yet or no?
Yes, you want me to do for the whole group, including yours?
I'll do mine.
Okay. No, I'm not ready. I put up yours first.
Oh, okay. I have it right here. So, okay. So top 10 for Team Achieve the Dream in sales. Like, I'm excited because we have a lot of people that are over $500 already. So, way to go, guys. Okay, so number 1, Jenna Leslie at 1771. Hillary Slayton, I believe. I'm on my phone and it cuts off half of it. At 613, Virginia Loera at 597. Darlene S 584. Felicia Perales 581. Lacey Vanek 541. Estela Morin at 507. Maria I believe, 506. Megan in 502. Flavia Sosa at 501. And I know she just hit her shooting star. So congrats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that is the top 10 in Team Achieve the Dream. And your package was delivered. It keeps on sending me notifications. Let me see who is in top or in has recruited anyone. I know we have some people. My phone is taking forever. Well, I know myself, I have had 3 new team members so far this month. Hoping for number 4 tomorrow or the next day. And let me see if we have anybody else. Yes, we do. We have Kristen. Oh, Kristen, you were just here at the Murray with 1 new recruit this month, and Elsie Martinez with 1 new recruit this month. So way to go, guys. And it's literally only the 10th of the month. So plenty of month left for amazing things to happen. So that is what is going on with Team Achieve the Dream. Go ahead, Lucy.
Hey guys, what's up? Sorry, I've been all over the place lately, if you could see. So for Team No Limit so far for October, our top 10 is, and I'm on my cell phone, so I'm not like scrolling through to see the last name. I apologize if we have more than one. I don't think we do with the same name. So,
Sure.
so do y'all hear Bubba? He gets that from Jessica. Okay, so
Sure.
Stephanie, oh my God, Stephanie is at 665.
Sure.
Mackenzie's at 454.
Sure.
Jody's at 421. 70. Catherine is at 346. Kimberly is at 286. Blanca is at 258. Myra's at 247 and is at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And Rachel is at 247 as well. That is the top 10. Way to go, guys. Hopefully we are all working to have our 500 by the 15th. I know that I am. I have orders to place. Yeah, that is a challenge always to do that. So top recruiters, we have 4 people who have recruited so far in Team No Limit, and that is Kimberly, Kaylin, Ashley, and Amber. Have all recruited 1 person this month. So congratulations to you guys, and on growing your team. I didn't get the names to the new team members, so I apologize. Hopefully they all have been added on our team page, and we've been able to give you a warm welcome to our Scentsy family. If not, welcome. If you're on the call or listening to the recorded, we are glad to have you a part of our Scentsy family. And that is it. Okay, and so I got everything.
Yay. Bubba, so you're too funny, Bubba. Okay, so I'm over here being a Bubba. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and have a few of our fellow amazing leaders. We kind of talked about what we feel was something. We don't have a guest speaker today. That was not planned out for this call. So we want to give some of our other leaders that do amazing things an opportunity to kind of share some things that they feel are important, since we like legit have so many new team members. And just really quick, tomorrow is our new consultant training call at 8:30. So make sure if you have new team members that they get on that call. Will strictly be focused on new team members. So we're going to go through the workstation a little, kind of do a little walkthrough, tell you some of the new things or things to know within your 15 and your 70 days that are more geared towards that crucial point when you start your business. Right now, what we want to give you is going to be, there's a lot of things that we think we do that we feel like we're busy, right? We feel like we're working, we're Scentsy working, but a lot of it is not income producing. When it comes to doing things for your business that at the end of the day are going to affect your paycheck, those are income producing activities. And we always want you to focus on income producing activities before you focus on the extra or the fluff or the things that you feel like you're busy all day doing, but really are not increasing your paycheck one bit. So first of all, I'm going to have Ashley Ramos is going to share with us the 50-10 rule. So go ahead, Ash.
What? Okay, am I muted? Okay, give me 1 second. One of my girls is asking about the call. Sorry. Okay, so like Jessica said, we wanted to talk to y'all about the income producing activities. So I wanted to share with y'all the 50-10 rule, and what the 50-10 rule is 50 samples, 10 recruiting packets. And that's something that I make every single month, but I only spend one Sunday making them. I don't make them every day. I spend one Sunday afternoon making 50 samples and 10 recruiting packets. And I normally do it on either that first Sunday of the month or that, like, the last Sunday of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to do it at the very beginning or right before the month starts. So, like, I'll either do it on the 1st or the 30th, depending on where that Sunday falls. But I make 50 samples. It's Halloween, so I did them Halloween themed. I just went to the Dollar Tree and found these little bitty bags. How I base my 50 samples, I buy the warmer and scent of the month kit. That way I'm guaranteed to get 50 flyers. So that's my 50 samples that I'm going to make. They're going to get I'm going to make at least 50 of these because it comes with 50 to a package. So I make 50 of these, and then I make my 10 recruiting packets. Your recruiting packets, everybody's going to make recruiting packets different. It doesn't have to be extravagant. You don't have to break the bank. Mine are just in extra Scentsy bags that I had left over, nothing special. It's a catalog. It comes with the join brochure. Inside the join brochure, I have my story. I printed out my story really small and stapled it in there. It's not on a Vistaprint card. It's just on regular paper and printed out. I found these. It's Halloween fake money. So I put that in there just to kind of draw their attention. It's really nothing extra. I put a few just little body samples in there. I put my story, my business card, my referral program. But that's all I do. I spend one Sunday making that, and that's what I pass out for the month. I hope that makes sense. Jessica, I don't know what else.
Yes, that makes total sense. So
yeah,
just like Ashley said, 50 samples, 10 recruiting packets. And Ashley, when you pass these out, okay, so tell us, and I know you've had them because I've had those same months too, that you legit pass out all of your samples and all your recruiting flyers. And what happens from then? And then tell me a month that you didn't quite hit that because maybe you were slacking or whatever, and how that you feel it affects you.
Okay, so prime example, I have several events, and I've had several events these past few months. So I have had to make extra packets. So what I do is I buckle down one Sunday. I don't do it during the week. And if I do have to do it during the week, while I'm making those samples, I still send out a text message to people. Like, I don't just sit here all day and make samples. I'm still messaging people in between because I get tired of sitting here stickering and labeling everything, so I have to step away, and I'm like, okay, let me text some people in between. And even if I only text 3 people that day, I'm still at least reaching out to 3 different people, and it could be that I'm following up with the people that I gave recruiting packets to. Now, if I didn't pass out my 50 samples, I'm not gonna lie, that means that I wasn't in front of enough people, and I was probably struggling to hit my 500 in PRV. This is just a personal, it's a goal that we all really need to like embrace, just because the more people we're in front of, the more chances we have to share the opportunity, the more chances we have to share just the product. So if you're not at least in front of 50 people, you're probably struggling to get active or even try to get the 500 PRV. That's just my little point. So
Yeah.
Very true. I just want to add something. I'm sorry, guys. I know when Jessica first started, she taught me this. She used to have all her samples in the little pouch that they send the mini testers in, the Scentsy, the plastic Scentsy bag that they send that mini testers in. She used to fill that up with samples. And she used to say, if these are not gone by the end of the month, then that means I didn't get in front of enough people. And that's always stuck with me. And so that's something that I always do to this day. I will say, for you to do a little bit more income producing activities, showing up to sample swaps that we have. I know I didn't show up this Friday. It was a family emergency. And I was so upset about it, because that's where I get all my samples. Because being in the game, in the Scentsy game for a couple of years, I don't want to say you get tired of making samples, but you just get smarter and know that if you show up to these events, you don't have to sit for an hour or 30 minutes every week or whatever it is to make your samples. You have those for the month, because if you show up to these sample swaps, you get loaded and they last you some time on top of your scent of the month warmer. Like, that's something I will always make, is the scent of the month samples, even if I have extra samples from our sample swap. But that's just, I just needed to put my 2 cents on those 2 tips, because it really will help you have more time to do whatever else everyone else is going to share with you guys today.
So
like I said, I just spend one Sunday, like she said, maybe 30 minutes to an hour. I try not to do any more than that, because I don't want to spend 12 hours making samples, and that's a waste of time. I didn't do nothing really besides make samples, so keep it short, simple, nothing too extravagant.
So true. Let's see. Tiff, are you ready yet or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So Tiffany is going to talk to us about some more things. So go ahead, Tiff.
Sorry, I have screaming Mimi, so you have to ignore him. He didn't go to sleep. So what I do every month, we eat out a lot, and when we eat out a lot, I intend to leave my samples, and I actually don't have none on him. But so this is what, attending those sample swaps, you get a lot of samples, and I attach it to the product sheet. Jordan, hey. I attach it to the product sheet. I have that, and then I also have the Scentsy Go. Sorry, I wasn't prepared because I was over there putting the baby to sleep. Oh, so I put a Scentsy Go, and then Jessica had mentioned a while back on the call about the little mailers that these are. So I had like some stickers that I've gotten over the years, or the booster.com. So I'll tell you what I put all in this. So here's our lottery tickets. So I have on here where it says snap a pics and text to enter. So I have my phone number on there, so they can take a picture of this and send me the whole information. That way I can have their name and number saved to my contact list and under customer. And then I also have, I got these for free on Shutterfly, the little app. And they're free. All you have to do is just pay for shipping. And it has all my little team members. And then I went on the cruise. And here's our baby D's. Ashley would know about that. Directors in training back in our first reunion for me and Crystal. It's Ashley, me, and Crystal. We told each other, Ashley named us Baby D, so baby directors in training. So that's our picture, and then just like different pictures of us, like when we traveled to our first team meeting, me and Jessica, when I came back from reunion, I had that picture made, and then the pictures of like different, you know, little team, and then when I went on my first cruise. So it kind of engages them, saying that, you know, like, what is this? What is Scentsy all about? You know, you want to kind of get them to say, hey, what is this? You know, it looks fun. I also put that, and then I have a washer with samples, and these again come from the sample swaps. And then I also have a hose brochure in there. These are kind of old, but it's all good. What else do I have in here? And then I have like these little scenes. I know they're on the team page, or just like, could you use an extra additional 200 or 300 a month? No gimmicks or tricks, just a plan, dedication, faith, and required. So just those little sayings, and then the little Starbucks, where usually I try to meet my customers to that way it can like attract other people's attention. And then the mailers. So actually Amazon has these, and I got those from Uline. So I try to leave one of those packets every time I go out to eat with the scent circle. If I don't have that, then I'll give out the scent circle, and then I'll leave the lottery ticket and have them fill out that information and send it back to me. And then that way they can be like, oh, hey, you know, I really like that scent. You left me the other day, you know. And then also I carry these. These are the bookmarks. These are in the, what you call it, the Scentsy store. And I also attach a little sample. And on the back, it just has like a little list of what Scentsy, like the kids' laundry clean, the scent in the home, just different prices, you know, quick little, you know, bookmark that if they read, they can put that in there, and they can always have your contact information. So I share that. And then I always, again, like I said, I always try to get this back. That way they can enter the drawing. And then the scent circle, of course, I leave. And then what else? What else do I leave? What else was I going to share? Oh, and then how I like to post about everyday thing, you know, just to try to engage in conversations and try to get like parties or like conversations going, especially with the new Scentsy Go. If you don't have one, it's a must that you get one. Like, either you can get it for half price, like $25 is a good investment. I've already invested into, and actually I have one coming in hopefully tomorrow or the next day, and that one's gonna be sent out to get another party booked out. So I post my Scentsy Go. 2 of them are out right now with 2 basket parties. So I try to post like, hey, you know, this is a new Scentsy Go. You want to try it? You know, just try to like engage that way. Jordan, you can try to get those basket parties out, because, you know, if they're just sitting there, they're not gonna bring you any kind of income, you know. They're just gonna collect dust or anything like that. So you want to try to get those out there and post on Facebook like how fun you're having with it. What else? I put a vinyl on mine. I actually took it off because it just kept rubbing, so I just took it off. But I need to redo it again, I guess, because it was a glitter sticker vinyl and it wasn't staying on that kind of the part of the base. So just have fun with your pictures, and, you know, like they say, they might not be commenting, but they're actually watching. So people are watching what you're doing on your Facebook. So have fun with the pictures, and, you know, just try to engage with your customers and say how much you love the product, especially when you're doing laundry. You know, tell them like, hey, I get paid to do my own laundry. You know, how would you like to get paid? Or how would you like a sample? You know, comment below, and, you know, just try to get your sales out there, because if you're not promoting your products, then you're not going to get a check, and you're just collecting dust on those products there. So that is my spill for that.
I love that. If you're not promoting your products, you ain't going to get a paycheck. True. Lord. Okay.
I was gonna say that too. I was gonna add. I was like, that's it. I always tell my customers that too. I get paid to do my dishes and my laundry. I don't know about y'all, but I get paid to do mine. So, I mean, I always use that. So that's a good one. I wanted to just share that, like what Tiff said. That's a good one. So just remember that, ladies.
So true. Okay, Lucy, you ready? What is?
Sorry, yes, ma'am. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. So Lucy is going to share with us the importance of staying in your own lane. Oh,
Okay, ladies, I love y'all's ideas and I hope everyone was listening. But one thing you have to remember is these are just ideas that you can do. These are like things that they do. I know that when I first started, I was looking at what everyone else is doing and I'm like, I can't do that. Like, how the heck am I going to do all that, all those images and everything? And like, it's hard when you start looking at what everyone else is doing. You're going to get overwhelmed. Okay. Start off with the basics. Okay. You're not going to start off with what some of the top directors have, all the cute little bags, the cute images, the things that they sent off to print off. I mean, all of that, it takes time. Like everyone builds up their stock. Everyone builds up their resources little by little. I mean, it's a learning process, you know. And Jessica is really, really huge on her YouTube videos. It didn't always start off like that, you know. She wasn't like, to me, I see her and she's a pro at it, you know. And I mean, as you see her videos and stuff, like she just adds a little bit extra each time she does them, and that's awesome. But they have progressed, you know. If you keep, I mean, you can start off with the basics. Like when I first started off, like I didn't even have the cute molds. All I did was cut it with the crinkle cutter, couple bucks at Walmart. And honestly, if the customer can smell it, you're going to sell it, basically. Okay. You don't even have to have a cute little mold. All they need to do is smell it. That's it. And you can get a sell off of that. I don't usually, whenever for my products and stuff like that, my catalogs, product list. That's it. Like most of the time, that's what I invest in a lot. I do the showcase brochures, but most of the time it's product list. You know, keep it simple. Sometimes that's the best thing. You know what I mean? And little by little, add your own little touch. If you don't have any ideas, look on that the workstation or even our team page. Go to the files, and there's a lot of stuff that you can just print off. You print it off, cut it out, and add that into your little bags or your samples, catalogs that you hand out. You know what I mean? Try to give it your own spin. You know, give it the personal touch, your own little personal spin on it. That's always important. But honestly, you can't look at what everyone else has, at what everyone else is doing constantly and think, oh, I should be where they're at. That's where I should be at. No, you shouldn't. You should be exactly where you are. As long as you're doing something, as long as you're progressing or doing something for your business, that's all you need to do. Like one little thing, one little text message, one little call. I mean, that's all you really need to do. Just work your business in your own way and you're good. You know what I mean? You don't have to do all the extras and everything. Just, I mean, that's all you want to. I'm not saying you shouldn't. All I'm saying is it's your decision, your choice and stuff, but don't get caught up in what everyone else is doing. I mean, it's easy to do and stuff, but I mean, do your own thing. That's all you got to do is do your own thing in this business. Like I said, like when I first started, it's just, I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. Reach out to someone, you know, ask them, hey, if you see an image that somebody personally did, reach out to them, be like, hey, most of the time they're going to be more than happy to show you or teach you, but make sure you look up on that workstation, give it a shot yourself before, you know, if you come into any problems or issues, then you can ask them, you know what I mean? But don't be scared to try different or new things. But yeah, I mean, what is that saying that they say? Kiss, keep it simple, stupid, you know, just keep it simple. That's all I can say, you know. But don't don't get caught up with what everyone else is doing. You just got to do your own thing. if it's just catalog product lists, and just if you're literally cutting your cubes with a knife, which I at one point did, I mean, at least you're working your business in some type of way, and that's all that matters. I mean, there's really not much else that you can really add to that or say, I mean, other than, I mean, just work with the resources you have and build from that, basically.
That's amazing advice. I love that. Start with what you have and then build, because just like Lucy said, it's true. That reminds me of that quote. I don't know exactly how it goes, but it says, don't read my book on the chapter that you came in on, because you don't know. You know what I mean? Like, we all start with the same $99 kit, but some of us, you know, have just walked in and just received the kit. And some of us have had that kit and have been here for 6 years. So, you know, if you take anything, and, you know, sometimes it can get overwhelming. But just like Lucy said, you have to stay in your lane. You have to, one of my biggest things that I took away my first year that I was in Scentsy, somebody's unmuted. Let me mute everybody. Okay. So the first year that I started with Scentsy, I literally, and this is no joke, I did not miss a Super Saturday training call with Becca Levi for almost a whole year. Maybe I didn't get on that exact live one on Saturday, but if I couldn't, I would go back and I would listen to the recording. And the reason that I did that is because I heard from her, which is one of the top leading leaders in Scentsy, and she said, take one thing that you hear from this call and go and implement it. Don't be a forever student and you just want to learn and learn and learn and learn everything, but you don't take action. Because in this business, it takes action to be successful. Because you can know everything. You can know that news tab in and out. You can have the cutest samples. You can have the cutest brochures. But guess what? If you're not getting in front of those people, it means nothing, because you're not doing income producing activities that are going to affect your bottom line, and your business is not growing. So just like Lucy said, take one thing that you learned today and go out for the next week before next Tuesday and use it. Try it. You know, switch things up. Try something different. See if it works. If it works, you keep on doing it. If you feel like it didn't really work, switch it up in a different way the next week. But don't get overwhelmed and just say, this is too much, I'm not going to do anything, because that doesn't help you either. So what I want to share with you guys really quick is I have a very short list, but I think they're very important things. If you guys many of you were at our Party with a Purpose training that we did when Jeff Dastrick came in. If you were, type in the chat that you were and how you feel that Party with a Purpose helped you. So for those new people, what Party with a Purpose was something that I was very honored to be asked to be a part of. There was 5 consultants that flew out to Scentsy home office, and we got to sit down with the executives for 3 days. And we got to sit there and read their minds on what they said from tons and tons of research of what were the top 6 things you needed to be doing for your business to become an expert at your craft. And these are income producing activities. And we were blessed to be able to have Jeff Dastrup, who was a home office executive, come out, and Lucy and myself and many other leaders and Carrie and did this Party with a Purpose training. We had a lot of our team come out. So I also did some videos with home office on this. And now this is the thing. When you first start Scentsy, your top priority is to become an expert at your craft, okay? And that means an expert at doing those income producing activities that are going to propel you to climb up the ladder, to grow a team, and to become a leader. because if you keep on doing those things, that's what's going to eventually just happen. It's going to happen. So I'm going to give you those 6 things, and then I'm going to give you a list of what I feel is income producing versus not income producing. So the 6 things that are on, and you can look this workbook up in your workstation, and you can download it. I would definitely recommend that you go and you download it and you read it. If you are really wanting to take this Scentsy thing to the next level, and you really want to learn how to make money, and you really want to learn how to build a team, these are the vital things that you need to become an expert at your craft as a Scentsy consultant. 1 is prospecting. What does that mean? That means focusing on how to best connect with others to build relationships that will help build your business. That connection is where we all start. Number 2 is booking. Booking features best practices on how to book more parties from those relationships that you build in prospecting with people. Because bookings is how we're a party plan business. And if you're going to be making money, you have to party some way, somehow. Okay. Number 3, hostess coaching is about collaborating with your host to ensure that they have an amazing party. Okay. If we're going to get paid to party, we want to make sure those parties are worth it. And you need to learn how to best coach your host so they're going to keep on coming back and having parties from you. So they're going to see how beneficial it is and eventually join your team. Number 4, presenting. Okay, so now that you have this product, it's all about how you share those products with other people, okay, to build relationship and enthusiasm and increase your PRV and your sales. So learning how to best talk about your product. One of the main things that is probably the best advice I can give you is read that product training guide inside and out. Ashley has the product training guide right there. Read that in and out. If you got a new starter kit, that should be in there. And if you don't have it, you can go download it off of the workstation. Number 5 is follow-up. Guys, I don't care if you're brand new today. You need a follow-up system. If you expect to make money in this business and you expect to grow, if you don't have a follow-up system, you are out of there. Point blank in the story. If you do not follow up with your customers, guess what? Number 1, somebody else will. Number 2, they ain't got time to come and reach out to you all the time. That's not their first priority, is not Scentsy. They don't wake up dreaming of a 6-pack. You have to contact them and you have to tell them, people get busy. We're all so busy in this crazy world that, we're going that, yeah, we need bars. Yeah, we want our house to smell good. Yeah, we want all that. But sometimes it's just not at the forefront of their daily lives. So if they have an amazing consultant who is following up with them, asking them how their products are going, asking them when they need refills, telling them about the promotions that we have going on, they're going to be more apt to purchase from you and to create that loyalty and not go anywhere else. Number 6, sponsoring. Sponsoring helps you transition from being a consultant to leading a team. And that is where the end circle of becoming an expert as a Scentsy consultant. And then you move up to becoming a leader. Okay. So those are the 6 things. If you want to be amazing at your craft, you have to become an expert at. And Party with a Purpose are the 6 skills of the selling system. And if you learn those, or you have a little bit of knowledge in those things, you're going to do amazing things. So go and download the Party with a Purpose training workbook. It's amazing. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly, before we go to question and answer, I'm going to tell you, I told you a little bit of those 6 things, but I want to give you some real concrete things for you to think about. Just like Ashley said, first one is making samples versus passing them out. Okay. You can't make samples every day. You can't label samples every day. You can't put cute little the organza bags, and you know, that's what you want to sit and do all day, every day, and saying, I'm working Scentsy. Sorry, that's not income producing. You have one day that we do sample swap, and if you're not local, guess what? Have one in your area. That's what Ashley and Lucy do. If you don't have anybody around you, guess what? Use that day, which is the first Friday of every month that we get together here in Dallas locally, and use that day as your calendar day for, you know what, this is the day I'm going to sit down and I'm going to make all my samples. Make 100 samples. And that's it. You don't need to make any more samples after that. Now, if you're killing the game and you pass out those 100 samples in 15 days, girl, you better sit down and make some more samples. But if you have those 100 samples, one day out of the month, you can knock sample making out, and you don't have to go back to that, because making them the most prettiest and the most presentable and the cutest little stickers and the cutest little bags does nothing. Because guess what? Someone that's cutting them with the crinkle cutter and passing 100 out, they're going to be doing better than you are because they are in front of more people. That's income producing. Number 2, setting time apart to book and sponsor. As you guys know that we preach this to you so much, but it's so true. If you don't have a planner and you're trying to promote past lead or past certified, guess what? It's going to be that much harder to do that. When you can set whatever it is that you can set a day, a week, to strictly focus on, okay, the next 30 minutes, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to turn off my phone. I'm going to stop scrolling Facebook. I'm going to get off of Instagram. I'm going to legit sit down and I'm going to try to reach out to 10 people and ask them to book a party with me. That's income producing because you're focused on booking parties, which is going to ultimately bring you more PRV, bring you more parties, and bring you more recruits. That's focus on income producing activities. 30 minutes focused on strictly following a sponsoring list. Who's ever asked you about joining Scentsy? Have you been following up with them? Are you commenting on their things on Facebook? Are you texting them? Are you reaching out to them? Have you sent them samples? Have you sent them a recruiting folder? Those are the type of things that you should have in a spiral or in your planner, saying, my 30 minutes, this is what I did. I talked to Ashley and she said to send her this. And I'm going to call her next week to see what she thought about it. Those are focused income producing activities versus not even doing any of that. If you don't know where your time is being spent and you're sitting here telling me you don't have parties on your calendar and you're not sponsoring, that's why, because you're not focused on income producing activities. Number 3, just like I talked about before, follow up. People are not going to come to you. They're not going to, your sales are not going to fall into your lap. You have to follow up with people and ask people how they're liking their product. How did they love their scent? And you have to keep up with when they ordered so that you know when to tell them if they want to order again. Follow-up system versus nothing and just kind of roaming free. And maybe if I catch up with that lady that ordered last month, maybe, I'll catch her in 3 more months. Maybe I won't. And if she slips through the cracks, guess what? Another consultant is going to grab her. And now she's going to be her consultant. And she's going to follow up with her. And she's never going to come back to you. So follow up versus not having a follow up. Okay. Creating new opportunities versus missing opportunities. Are you prepared when you go out? Those 100 samples, do you have 10 in your purse ready at all times? Or are you leaving your purse in the car, or you're running out the door not prepared and you don't have one sample in your purse, in your car, you don't have a catalog, you don't have a product list, you don't have anything, or you don't even have samples, period. Versus, that's missing them versus being ready. If somebody asks you or they see that you have a Scentsy shirt, you have a Scentsy bag, at the drop of a dime, I wish I would go somewhere without some Scentsy on me. That never happens. Never, ever. I will pull something out of my purse, even if it's at the very bottom because it's the last one. But you will never catch me without, it must be a real straight up emergency. Like, And even if I was in the ER, I'd probably still be passing samples out. You will never find me without a sample. That's just not how I roll, because it is part of my business. It is what I do, and I do it every single day. So when you understand that this is a business and this is the way you work your business, and you will always have something with you, create those opportunities. Don't have them pass you by, because they will. And I just put some examples, talking to someone in the line at Walmart, sharing a sample and asking them, have you ever experienced Scentsy? Like, this was a huge aha. I used to hand out samples and be like, oh, this is our new sample. Smell it. Tell me what you think. You know what I mean? Or I would say, here's a sample or whatever. But ask people, I used to say, have you heard of Scentsy? Well, yeah, a ton of people heard of Scentsy, and they would always tell me, oh, yeah, I always see the decals on the back of people's cars. But I wasn't asking them more personally, have you ever experienced Scentsy? Have you ever plugged in a warmer? Have you ever smelled the scent? That makes someone, or creates a whole different conversation, because if someone tells me they've never experienced it, girl, I need to get you a warmer so you can smell Scentsy and know how amazing it is. And if they tell me that they have, then I tell them, what's your favorite scent? Because if they haven't smelled a current scent, then I need to give them a current scent. But asking the question of, have you ever experienced Scentsy, changes the game. You are creating opportunities instead of just kind of leaving it open-ended and not really getting any feedback from them. Next one, social media posts, sell, join, versus how Scentsy works in your life. And I'm going to be real with y'all right now. And that's the only way I know how. There are some of you that I follow on Facebook, and I go and I look. If I were to go to your Facebook page right now, I wouldn't even know you're a Scentsy consultant. I would not even know. And I'm going to tell you, that tells me that if you're not even posting on social media, then you're probably not talking about your business when you're in front of people, because social media is easier to post about it. It's a more relaxed atmosphere. You can post and not be judged or not feel the rejection. So then I know if you're not posting on social media to tell people that you're a Scentsy consultant, then you're probably not talking about your business when you're out in the public. And that's a detriment to your business. Think about it. Social media can be an amazing platform for your business. But if people don't know, guess what? Nothing is going to happen. And this starts from day one when you get your kit. Post you smelling your scents. Take a quick picture. Guess what? If you're out and you're dropping off samples somewhere, take a picture of that. Post it on your business page. Post it on your regular page saying, I'm out working my Scentsy business. If you're going, almost every time I go to a store and I'm in the candle section, I take a picture and I'm like, boo, we don't do this up in here. Just different things like that. Like, you have to learn how to engage people without saying, hey, I have a 6-pack for sale. Do you want it? That's not cool. If you say, oh my gosh, these are my 6 favorite scents. They just came in the Scentsy box and I can't stop smelling. And you're smelling a bar, that's way different than saying, buy this 6-pack and that's it. They're seeing a picture of you. They're seeing you smelling your product. You're engaging your customers 10 times more than giving them a flyer that someone made up that says 6 bars for $30. So be mindful. Dude, if you do not have anything on your Facebook that you're a Scentsy consultant, you need to change that, because you just do. Like, you cannot not have posts about your Scentsy business, and you're sitting here wondering why you're not able to sell, book, and sponsor new team members. People don't know you sell Scentsy. How are they going to do any of the above? Social media is huge if you utilize it correctly. But if you don't utilize it at all, then it won't do anything for you. Sharing the opportunity versus not sharing the opportunity. When you first join, you get join flyers in your packet. Guess what? If you don't know what you're doing, it doesn't matter because you have an amazing team and an amazing upline that is here willing to help you. I don't care if you're brand new. Don't use that as an excuse on why you cannot share the opportunity. You can share it, and we can help you along the way with that new team member or that new consultant. But don't ever think that you don't want to go share the opportunity because you don't know how or you don't know what you're going to do with the team. All of that, just like Lucy talked about, is progress. And it goes and it happens as you're working your business. So share the opportunity always versus not talking about it at all. Passing out recruiting packages versus not, just like we talked about. Having parties versus collecting orders. This is huge. Guys, we are a party plan business. If we are not having parties, you're not going to get a paycheck that you want. Because guess what? You're going to be those people that are sitting there with a big fat check mark getting ready to terminate. Is that great? I mean, if you're the person that you're okay and this is just kind of a hobby to you, but if you're sitting here and you've listened to us talk for almost an hour, then that's going to tell me that this is not just something that you want to order every 3 months and want to be on that termination list. This is telling me that you want to build this as a business. And business owners understand that hosting parties are what you have to do to be a successful Scentsy consultant and to become an expert at your craft. Now, according to your schedule, you decide what type of party forms those are. You decide if you want to party on Facebook. You decide if you want to make it a basket party and be the basket party queen. You decide if you want to be the home party queen. You decide if you want to do everything online or not. But this is the thing. If you're not having parties, then you're that consultant that is just, hey, do you want to buy? I'm going to place an order at the end of the month. Hey, do you want to buy? I'm going to place an order at the end of the month. For one, you're not building relationships. People don't like that. You're just asking for the sale because it's only benefiting you. You're not giving customers a reason why this product is going to benefit them. So you may get a few orders here and there, but you're not going to build a customer base that is loyal and that is going to keep on coming back. You must be having parties. We are a party plan business. That is income producing versus just collecting an order here and there, placing a $200 order to stay active every 3rd month. Okay, finding more people to experience the product versus just passing things out. Just like I talked about before, you have to get people to plug that warmer in and smell that scent that's going to bring them back to a memory that is going to say, I have to have that. But if you are not, this is something that Becca Levi always says, you should carry your mini testers with you every single place you go. And you pull them out when you're on a plane, and you pull them out when you're at Starbucks. And even if you're the only one at that table, you start smelling those scents because people around you are going to ask you, what are you doing? Can I smell that? And the minute they smell it, just like Lucy and Ashley talked about, they're going to want it. But guess what? If you never give those testers to anybody, nobody knows what blueberry cheesecake smells like. Nobody knows what Camu Camu smells like. Nobody knows that Route 66 reminds them of their dad. Nobody knows that Christmas cottage could bring back a memory that just reminds you of Christmas. Nobody knows that. If you are not getting those testers underneath people's noses and letting them experience our product, no one knows how amazing washer whiffs smell if you don't make samples and hand them out. So make sure that you are letting people experience your product more than just having those testers sit in your office or having them in your starter kit where you haven't even opened it and pull them out, or not making samples. If you're handing out brochures with no sample, you are doing yourself a disservice because people will buy, host, join 10 times more if they smell it. It's just what happens.
Hey, I wanted to share something real quick on that. Having your testers everywhere you go. Last week we went to Starbucks and we sat outside and we were like pulling out the testers, and the girl from Starbucks was like looking at us like, and I was like, would you like a free sample of Scentsy, or have you heard of Scentsy? I told her, and she's like, oh yeah, my cousin sells it. And I was like, oh really, who's your cousin? And she was saying her name, but she didn't really know her last name because she got married or something. And just pulling out your samples, people are going to be nosy like she was. And of course I gave her a sample, even though her cousin sells it. You never know if her cousin is working her business or she's ever. I had the bookmark, so I gave her a bookmark, and it had the sample avocado. So I was like, oh, this is our new fragrance, sea salt avocado. It's thebomb.com. And so she smelled it, and she was like, oh, it smells good. So she took my information. So whether she calls me or not, but hey, she has a new scent in her hand, and if it ever comes across her, she can always call me or her cousin, Always have your samples out ready.
Love it.
Work.
That's so true. And if you've seen that I posted that the other day, this is something that a superstar director, the top of our pay plan, like literally she sets out time once a week that she goes to Starbucks and she pulls out her catalog with her order forms and all of her testers, and she puts them on the table. She's just there by herself. Legit, she just goes to Starbucks to pull that out, and she sits there for an hour and a half doing her Scentsy work. But she always has orders when she leaves, and she has contacts that come up to her because people want to know what you're doing, just like Tiffany said. And then my last one is this: self-development versus nothing at all. You guys getting on this call right now is self-development. You investing in your business to get on a call once a week that you're going to hear something that you could go out and implement in your business that you didn't know before. That is investing in yourself and your business. But guess what? When you don't get on these calls and you don't ever come to any meetings and you don't ever get on the Saturday call, you don't even know what your workstation is because you don't even visit it frequently, that is non-income producing. If people would have told me 6 years ago that this business, and they did tell me, was a journey of self-development, I would have told you, well, guess what? I ain't signing up for that, because I wasn't at that point when I signed up. But I am here to tell you from experience that I am not the same person I was 6.5 years ago when I started Scentsy. This business has changed my life inside and out. And money has just been the icing on the cake. But I am now a true leader. I feel that, and that's what I get up every single day to do, and to try to be better than I was yesterday. That's what I get up, and what drives me is you guys, is my team, because I want to be the best leader that I can for them, because I want more people to understand that this business can legit give you everything you want out of it. It can give you that gap or that you've been missing. They always say to become successful in this business, you got to decide, you got to understand what you got now and what you want, and find out how to fill the gap. That is the true measure of success, because that gap is different for all of us. But if you don't know that, and guess what? When I first joined, my belief, my passion was nothing like this. I did not have this belief. I did not have the passion that I have. But now I cannot be shook. You can't come and tell me that I ain't going to be a superstar director, because I'm going to look at you like you done lost your last bit of brain cells you have, because I know I'm going to be a superstar director. I know that I'm going to have a group of 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people. I know that direct sales is going to make me a millionaire, and I won't stop until then. And you can have anybody tell me that you're crazy, that is not the path that you should take, that the naysayers, but my belief is so strong that no one can shake me. And self-development is what's gotten me there. I did not believe one bit. If you would have told me I would have a team of 200 right now, I would have looked at you like you are insane. I'm just going to come and sell my $2,000 a month and walk away with my $600 a month paycheck. That's what I would have told you then. But self-development and getting up every single day and knowing that I needed to feed my brain to become stronger, to have more of a passion, to lead my team in the right way, to understand the industry, to reach out to other people, then I legit would have told you that you were crazy. But that is what self-development has done. So I tell you that if you think that self-development is not worth it, that you don't have time to read a book, that you don't have time to listen to a YouTube training, that you don't have time to get on these team calls, then guess what? You're probably not going to do it, and then you're not going to be successful. Like, I'm just being as real as possible. Those people that understand that self-development, feeding your brain, becoming stronger, becoming more equipped, and having the knowledge that you need to withstand those days that are going to be hard, you're going to be able to push through. Because if you don't, you're probably going to give up and you're going to quit. It is what it is. So those are my income producing activities versus non-income producing activities that I thought were the most important. So I'm going to open it up for questions. If anybody has any questions, we still have 18 people on, which I'm super excited about because we started with a little bit lower numbers. And I was like, seriously? Because we had almost 25, 30 last time. But it's all good. Does anybody have any questions? Whether we talked about anything we talked about today or not.
I forgot to mention that I always carry my little folder, my recruiting folder with me at all times.
Let's see. Who's that, Tiffany?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I was going to say the Party with the Purpose stuff that Jessica was talking about is actually on page 16 of your starter guide. So it's not the full thing that she talks about, but it touches on what she talked about for the Party with the Purpose. It's on page 16 of your starter guide.
Oh, wow. I don't have that new one.
I think it's only like $2 to order this, the starter guide.
I ordered the one before that. I need that one.
Yeah, see? It's right there.
Okay, sweet.
And it just kind of touches on it a little bit. So, and this is like the Bible cliff note to Scentsy. I'm just saying.
It is amazing.
You know what? That thing has some stuff that I didn't even know about. And I was like, what? Wow. And I've been a consultant for almost 6 years.
Yes.
For real. And I like this too because this will give you little tips. It even tells you like tips and like sales tips. Mm-hmm. See right there? So, you really don't have to, Scentsy thinking for us. We just got to read.
Mm-hmm. I hate reading.
I know.
I'm more of an audio person. You tell me, I'll learn from that.
Okay,
right.
So someone said, how did you get past being scared to ask people to join? LOL, I'm so horrible at it. Does anybody want to? I would answer it because I that's like, wham, as soon as she said that, I'm like, yeah, I know. But I'm going to let somebody else. What is y'all's take on that?
Mine was that I always had like a button on, and I would put my button like on the side of my shirt, and they'd be like, you have a button, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's my Scentsy. So it would make me have to talk to them because they would talk to me first. So, or how Jessica Markowitz always put her name tag upside down. You can like put a sticker on you somewhere, put like even if it's a blank Scentsy label, put it like on the side of your shirt. So they'll be like, oh, you have a sticker on you, and you can just be like, oh, that's my Scentsy sticker. And then that's how you could do it. That would be my take.
Okay, anybody else?
I would always say, brand it. And then also like the backwards, I don't have a name tag, but my button will be upside down. Or you can also say, like Jessica had, Becca would always say, have you ever experienced Scentsy before? And then just go in there and just slip that. Or always hear what the other person has to, what their conversation always says, well, what they say, like, oh my gosh, I wish I had extra babysitting money, or I wish I could stay home and pick up my babies, and then just kind of slip it in there.
Love it. Anybody else?
I would also add a scent circle to my purse, even though, like, when I first started, like, I would just add a scent circle to my purse. It wasn't nothing, like, it wasn't a Scentsy purse or anything like that, and that would also get people to ask me what I had on my purse. So, like, it's almost like you have to make people want to talk to you, so that way you have to respond to them, so that way you're not scared, if that makes sense and helps a little bit.
Love it. Okay, so I'm going to tell you my take on it. So this is probably kind of, and I think everybody has their way of working their business. That's why this business is amazing, but this is my take, and I'm going to be, again, as real as possible. When I first started, I was a crazy person. I'm not going to lie, because I told myself, I quit every damn thing that I do. Everything that I do, I quit. And I don't complete anything. So, like, my biggest motivation is people telling me, that's crazy, you ain't going to do that. Oh, really? Watch me. And that right there fuels me more than anything. Anything. For somebody to tell me that I cannot do something, man, I promise you I will die proving you wrong. And that was my mindset. My mindset was, when I first joined, again, I got on every call since the first week that I joined, and I said, I'm not going to quit this. And I'm going to give it my all in my first 6 months. Like, I'm going to be that crazy Scentsy person, and I'm going to give it 6 months, and I'm going to see what I can do in these 6 months. Because if I can do amazing things, I can get other people to believe that what I'm doing is real, right? Because I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of people have a negative mindset about direct sales. They think it's a pyramid scheme. They think it's fake. They think the trips aren't real. They think it's just, a scam. And I mean, I didn't know how to combat that in the beginning, but I will tell you, when I knew, and I'm going to give hashtag income disclosure here, but when my first check was $400 and my check has never been anything less than that, my first month, I knew when I seen those $400 on my Scentsy card, I was like, this is legit. And then I knew there was going to be a trip coming out. And I earned my trip in my first year. Let me tell you, if you want to become better at sharing the opportunity, have some success. I don't care if you're brand new or if you've been with us for a while. Guess what? Make tomorrow be your restart date for yourself. Go so hardcore for 3 to 6 months. Build your business, build your team, and think, I'm going to go so hard for the next 6 months, because guess what? Because of the success that I have, it's going to be 10 times easier for me to go share that with somebody, and it's real because it's my experience. It's nobody else's. I went on an all-expense paid trip for 7 days to Dominican Republic on Scentsy. I have had a $400 check plus every single month since I joined, because that was my experience. When you have those successes, you are able to go share them with other people because you had them. But I'm going to tell you, when you dabble here and there and you don't really see true success, what you feel is success, it's harder for you to try to tell somebody else to join you on this journey because of that. I mean, it is. Because then you kind of start feeling, well, I'm not where I want to be, so how am I going to tell somebody else to come join me, right? I mean, it is what it is. It's the real deal. When you focus, like, legit, make tomorrow be your restart. You don't need Scentsy shooting sensational start. Make that be your own restart. You know what? I'm going to go hardcore for 7 days. I'm going to show some success. I'm going to earn this trip, even if it's to California, because we're in month 3 and you can still earn it. Because guess what? Next season, you're going to be able to tell somebody, I went on an all expense paid trip and I flew out on that plane. I didn't see nobody else do it. I did it. And that will fuel you and will fuel somebody else to be like, dang, this girl's for real. That's my take on it.
You're muted, Jessica. Is there any more questions?
Oh, dang. No? Sweet. Okay. So, tomorrow, I think the only thing I can think of is tomorrow is our monthly new consultant training call. I really hope that we see a lot of people. Like, overall, Lucy, how many did we add in the whole group last month? You said over 50?
Yep.
So over 50 people. I hope that we don't see the same people, just the leaders on the call tomorrow. I hope that if you sponsored somebody that you reach out to them and you tell them how important it is for them to get on the new consultant training call so they can see and they can walk through and they can see what's going on, how they get on the workstation, how they can place an order, how they do all of that new stuff. Because that makes them more productive consultant. It just does. And it's going to help you reach, or your team members reach, their shooting star and their sensational start level 1, 2, or 3. But if they don't get on, anyone can get on tomorrow. It's specifically just training focused for new consultants, but you can get on tomorrow. That way you can I know you're a reinstated consultant, so you can kind of just see what we go over. That's not a problem. And that's about all my news for that. You got anything else, Lucy?
No, ma'am, I don't. I wanted to say something earlier, but I forgot. So if I remember, I'll share it.
And again, just like we always ask you, there's 16 people still on the call. If every person could go and comment on what's one takeaway that you took away from the call today, so people and your team members can understand the importance of getting on these calls. We are a group of, Lucy, how many do we have in the group?
2. Hold on.
Giselle, can you give me a rubber band, please? Come on. Sorry.
That number changes on a daily, so hold on. 263. I was going to say 264. 263.
We have 263 people in our whole group, and that includes Lucy is my sponsor, so Lucy and everybody else, including all of Team Achieve the Dream, all of Team No Limit. And guys, for 16 people to be on the call, that just goes to show you this business is not for everyone, but the ones that show up go up. And that is definitely the truth. When you show up to these trainings, it shows, because you're the people that are putting in PRV. You're the people that are recruiting, because you're seeing the things and you're going out there and you're implementing them. So if I could tell you anything or give you any advice as far as all these new people that have joined, is to get them connected, bring them to a meeting, get them on these calls, because that is the only thing that is going to keep them engaged and is going to keep them in the know of how to keep on working their business. Because guess what? I don't care how new, I don't care how old you've been, how long you've been with us, you're going to have ups and you're going to have downs, just like in life and just like in business. And if you are not surrounded by the go-getters and the people that are moving and shaking, you're going to crumble and then you're going to want to quit. It is what it is. If we can give you any advice, is keep them connected and you yourself stay connected. because that's where the magic happens. When you understand that, you know, it's not, I mean, Scentsy's fun and games. It's an amazing product. But at the end of the day, we're running a business, y'all, like legit. And we got to work. We got to make things happen and connect those people that really want it to us so they can also make it happen. But that's about it. I hope you guys go out and have an amazing week. What can we, well, I'm going to challenge you guys to go to the team page and post something there, first of all. But I'm going to talk to Lucy after we get off this call because I want to do a challenge for the group. So be looking out for that. We haven't done one of those in a minute. I think last month, mid somewhere we did one. But yeah. So
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead. Who is that?
What time y'all meeting tomorrow night?
Tomorrow is 8:30.
8:30. All right.
Same time.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Alrighty, y'all. Oh, and by all means, like, don't forget that if you have any new possible team members that want to join or, you know, have ever expressed that we have our other group for that. So if you're in our group, remember the what does it say, Lucy? Like admins recommend or something, right? Recommend this group.
Yeah, it's at the top of our team page. It's the it says recommended by the admins, and it's the other only one that's there so far. It's the Scentsy opportunity for Team Achieve the Dream and Team No Limit.
So make sure you guys are part of that. That way, you know, you can make sure that you add your new team members there. But other than that, that is about it, guys. I hope that you go out and that you reach your goals for the week and reach out to your sponsors. Like, for real, sometimes some people say, I don't want to bug you. But in my case, if you're reaching out to me, then that means you're working your business, and that's a plus. So reach out to your sponsor and, you know, set a goal and reach your goal. Because we only got 2 more paychecks before Christmas. I'm just saying. So make them count. Alrighty, guys. I will try to have this uploaded as soon as possible. That's about it. Bye.
Bye. Good night, guys.